Yo, Big Kish back up in here. Now, when it comes to Drake, he has to be angry because it's mostly pathetic. And shout out to Fantastic Hip Hop, man. We about to get into this video, man. Why Drake just had a meltdown so bad it made him quit rap and his tour. Let's get into it. Y'all already know this story about to get wild. This story about, listen, you gotta like, comment, subscribe, because they do not want, Drake fans do not want Fantastic Hip Hop spilling the beans, man. They don't want you to know what he know. You know what I mean? So yeah, let's get into it. Y'all know I like holding y'all. Without further ado, let's get it.
Now, when it comes to Drake, after canceling his tour out of nowhere and shocking everyone by ending an entire series of shows he had planned within a way like we have never seen, what we are finding out now is that beyond the low ticket sales, things for Drake were way worse than we could have ever thought, because during the last few
new B-roll? He got some new, Fantastic got some new B-roll.
Few shows of the Anita Max Win Tour, what we have now seen is that Drake has really let everything going on get to his head. And because of this, he had a meltdown not just on Kendrick Lamar, but on the entire rap game and music industry, and seemingly because of this, more than the poor ticket numbers could ever do, Drake has actually not just given up on this tour, but every single thing around his music career. And now, before we go any further into all of this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe so everybody can know what's really going on behind the scenes with Drake and OVO. And so with that said, when it comes to Drake and this moment, in the timeline of events that we have already seen, as we already thought that the entire cancellation of this tour has been one of the strangest moments that we have witnessed recently as rap fans, because really with Drake leaving the road with the ridiculous cover-up that we all had to read, over everything else what we could clearly see is that something was
do he got the little balls, little barrette balls in his hair? Come on, man.
Very off on Drake's end, and they are definitely hiding something from
he got them little balls in it.
us. And the more we explore what was going on behind the scenes, what we are now putting together is that everything for Drake got way more out of control than we could have ever expected. And I mean, when it comes to why this is, we shouldn't be surprised, because really, Drake being this much in the public eye during the same time where, no matter how else you try to put it, Kendrick Lamar has been winning in every single sense of the word possible, has been getting him more and more mad. And seemingly because of this, Drake has given up on trying to compete with Kendrick, at least in the limelight right now, which in of itself, trying to compete with Kendrick head-to-head in a time where he had things like the Super Bowl halftime show going on, and he of course ended up sweeping the Grammys, was just ridiculous, and once again was another example of how Drake never properly estimates his opponents. Still, with Drake not recognizing that Kendrick Lamar is on one of the greatest runs any rapper has ever been now, there's nobody he can blame for this but himself. And with the ending of this tour, we saw just how bad all of this is getting for Drake, as he had some of the strangest outbursts that we have ever seen. And these all went down during none other than the final few shows of his Anita Max Win Tour, which really, with the way Drake was going here already, because beyond not being able to fill up all of these arenas, which would have looked so bad for his entire image at this point, and really Drake would not even be able to come back from that. Beyond just the humiliation of Drake no longer being able to fill out arenas when Kendrick Lamar is about to fill up stadiums, the bigger problem—
Damn. You can't fill out arenas and Kendrick Lamar about to fill up stadiums. They are still trying to keep Drake in this conversation. They're trying to keep him in the he measures up with K-Dot conversation. But he don't. And they are numbers people. The numbers even show that he don't measure up.
At hand, and why this tour just got out of control and why Drake canceled it the way he did is because Drake has been making these tours less and less about performing and celebrating his music and career. And instead of doing this, between people going to these shows trying to get a hand—
Look, DeVille done brought it out. This is this could be a stake gambling promotion. I need a big win. Everybody's coming there with their hand out. Everybody wants a big win. And I guess he I don't think UMG was behind this tour thing. Look at this. And then, Drake, he's so snaky. He's so cunning. he gets people to come out there, right? He probably might hire about 20 people to come out there with their own little personal signs, right? And then he say, "Oh, you're gonna win. You're gonna win." These are the people. These are some of the people he hired to come out there with signs. Okay, you're gonna be over there. You're gonna be over there, and I'm gonna put you right there. I'm gonna put you right there. Now you hold up your sign. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, he coerced this type of stuff. So I don't put it past him. They coerce this type of stuff that happened, and then he pick on them. And what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Okay, I'm gonna pay this. I'm gonna pay that. I'm gonna pay that. Don't you worry about nothing. What you gonna do? Okay, all right. And everybody making no, yeah. Meanwhile, these are the people he hired to come out there and do that. I'm telling y'all, man, I don't put it past him. I'm telling you, these people are snaky like that.
Out from him with their signs that are just begging him for things, and Drake not even performing the actual music and just running around and playing karaoke on stage, and then even letting the DJs play the songs that actually have been gaining Drake the most momentum since the beef, and not playing them himself, which is what he is doing when Nokia is playing at these shows. Which in of itself, the fact that Drake is not giving this record good performances is another reason why the record is not gaining the momentum that fans think it should, and why they need to stop with the narrative that this record is being suppressed, because the only thing holding it back is Drake's unenthusiasm, which overall, with all of these factors and all of the cringe moments, it's safe to say that with these performances, there has never been a more boring set of shows that Drake has ever done in his entire career, and making this tour all the worse, Drake's actually using the little time he is talking on the microphone to just unravel his thoughts and anger towards everything, and as a result of this, we have been getting some genuinely weird moments that are truly just showcasing how angry Drake is, but also how complacent he is in the fact that he does not want to actually change anything about what he is doing. And as already, before this tour completely went off the rails, we were seeing Drake do things like encourage fans to bring in signs that were disrespecting and saying awful things about Kendrick Lamar. And of course, there was a moment where a fan held up one side that said F Kendrick, and Drake responded to it saying facts. With what we have seen now, a moment like that looks pretty calm. Because overall, these performances have got a lot weirder, and with some of the clips coming out, it seems like these things are not even gatherings for music, but in actuality for Drake, they are just launching grounds for him to crash out and vent to thousands of people like we never have seen before, as the first weird moment from Drake's shows recently comes from when he was standing and looking into the crowd. Fans started to chant F Kendrick, which I mean, considering the reality of everything and the fact that these people still went and put their effort into—
I'm telling y'all, listen, man. A lot of y'all OV hoes ain't built like that. Don't think it. Y'all keep that shit in the stadium. Don't think you gonna really be coming outside in the world, out in reality. Think you gonna argue with somebody and be running your mouth like you do online. I'm telling y'all, keep that shit in the stadium. Keep it at the shows.
To going into a Drake concert. I mean, that's no surprise that people are chanting this, but what's interesting here is that Drake doesn't just take in the moment, but I mean, you can see from the clips that he is encouraging fans to say this and only wants to hear it more, which again can—
Look, he got all that glitter on his shirt, and this is not no filter neither. You got on a pink and black Anita McSween tour shirt with glitter on it, with Michael Jackson gloves, Mickey Mouse gloves. Not Michael Jackson gloves. With the cut off sleeve. If this don't scream, I need an ass whooping. I don't know what it's saying.
Considering where the beef has went between these two, while on some level this wouldn't be surprising, in reality, for Drake to act like he is so scared of Kendrick with the claims he has made in his suits, but then try to act so tough here, it almost seems like Drake feels validated being in these crowds to just go crazy and crash out, and this is the only time he ever does. Which I mean, all of this is just so off-putting. And considering how being this upfront about dissing Kendrick this all is for Drake, it really seems like he's almost breaking the character he has been trying to play and convince people not in the know with to make him look like a victim of everything that has happened as a whole. And now, even more revealing than this, and just showing how Drake is straight up raging at the entire industry because everything about his loss and how he has failed is really settling in, he made a speech where he said, "For all my collaborators, all the producers, and all the artists that I've worked with," but then of course had to butt into that trying to say, "The ones who didn't turn on me, the ones who are still real, I appreciate you." With Drake saying something like this, while it may be a nice nod to the remaining people who are desperate enough to stay on Team Drake, for Drake to start off a statement that was trying to support people but then of course putting things like the way we saw, he knew what he was doing here, and really with a statement like this was trying to just throw more disses out at these people in any way he possibly can. And I mean, it's so funny when Drake fans complain about how Kendrick Lamar and everybody else around him are still keeping the beef going when you see things like this.
Oh, no. They can't push that on Kendrick Lamar fans. They can't push that on Kendrick Lamar fans. They keeping the beef going. Kendrick Lamar fans is not keeping the beef going. Kendrick Lamar fans are responding to the jabs that you're throwing on tour. To the jabs that you're throwing when your little selfie pictures and your tweets in your Instagram posts. You are the one that's trying to keep it going, my friend. That's a fact. Oh, the OVO clan is keeping the beef going. Y'all trying to keep the beef is over. The beef is over. This is just the after effects of him not being able to bow out. He's not able to bow out. Like, yo, he got me. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to move on. Y'all stay tuned. You know what I mean? Oh, you rocking. He ain't capable of that. He's not capable of it. And this is the problem. Being though that he's not capable of gracefully bowing out, we're seeing his, no, I didn't lose. I didn't lose. Bro, we watched you. We seen you get your ass whooped, bro. We watched this. We seen you lose, bro. You can't, he telling it, bro, come on, man. You telling us we didn't see you.
Because while someone like Kendrick has not said a single thing to or about Drake aside from when he performed Not Like Us since their diss tracks released, from music to posts to meltdowns like these, we have seen Drake continue to express that he isn't just not...
He said he had a meltdown. Damn, a meltdown.
over all of the beef that has went down, but that he is still livid at Kendrick Lamar and wants to actively try and get a massive win on him in any way he possibly can. And really, with Drake being at this point where his shows have just gotten so strange in terms of how little they are featuring good performances and live rapping and are only being talked about for failing to fill out buildings or for crash outs like these, what's really starting to seem like the clear and obvious answer to why these shows were canceled is that Drake and his team have seemingly realized that this Anita Max Wid tour is worth nothing to what they are trying to do currently, and because of this, they are packing things up because they have nothing to gain. Because for Drake on every single level, it is so obvious that he was blatantly bored of being on stage and performing his music, which I mean, as a rapper and artist is concerning because at the end of the day, that is what you're famous for, and performing is the most pure way for you to deliver your art. But also because of the weird disses Drake has been making towards Kendrick and the stuff he has been encouraging on stage, his team very well could have seen this and recognized how chants like these show that in the suit he is trying to win, that all the stuff we are now seeing from Drake could be spun around to say that Drake has always had the same level of influence that Kendrick does, and that Drake has also tried to do the same things to Kendrick's image as Drake is claiming that Not Like Us did to his, which will ultimately add to the idea that this was always a competition and the two knew the possible effects of what they were getting into, which with all of this, and
especially Drake, they both watch battle raps. They both watch battle rap. KOTD, King of the Dot, that's Canada battle rap scene, KOTD. But Drake was on a Smack event too. K Dot, we just seen him in on his interview, on his Apple interview, saying he still watched Tay Rock. He still watched Murder Mook, Lux, Daylight. He still watched the Smack events. They both know what they was getting into. For you to turn around and sue, bro, bro. And then his homeboy Skepta come out. Yeah, Skepta. Skepta. Man, y'all go, man, bro.
And really, as when it comes to Drake, as everything he has been doing is for the opportunity of what he can gain because he is so clearly disinterested in the actual art and craft of what he is putting out and what performances he is giving, this at least on some level seems to check out because overall, Drake now seeing after a tour an album that did nothing for him, Drake is now giving up on pushing himself in the competitive fields of performing and rapping, which is so clear because with everything leading up to the end of this tour, he is showing no care for what he is doing beyond the bare minimum of it all because even with SSS for You, as it stands, why have we seen no videos or any other efforts to try and push this album?
Ooh. That's a bar. Why we ain't seen no videos or any effort to push the SSS songs for you? No videos. Damn, I ain't even think about that. Dang. I mean, they did have the little visual when he was in a club sitting back and all of that, but it's not enough.
Album and make it do better, unless it's just an extension of the fact that now that this album has done lower numbers than Drake ever has, that he just doesn't care about it anymore and will not put the effort into telling the story of it because he is not gaining something directly. And really, without the music or the tour doing anything for him as a whole, it really just seems like Drake has now given up on these measures of winning people back, and is now putting all of his effort and care into one thing to end his loser's lap, and the success and dominance of Kendrick Lamar as a whole, which is of course his lawsuit. And I mean, while there is already a lot to discuss there, which will need its own video, what we can already see is that with Drake now being at a point where, at least for now, he has canceled an entire tour and has given up on a new album just because their reception was maybe worse than usual, and now he is trying to win a beef by having what is in his eyes the best paperwork he ever could. I mean, if this is what you want to do, what are you even...
Do rappers pay for beats up front, or they just make the song and then the beat maker just get whatever they get off of it? Because if they just make the song and the beat maker get whatever they get off there, like on the after effect, that's probably why he's not coming out with them hits like that. They like the beat makers like, nah, you ain't about to waste this beat. This beat is fire. Being though that Drake is on, like Drake could be on a fire beat right now. And that shit would, hey, look, that shit would not go nowhere. Damn. But if he pay up front, like, you know what I'm saying? That he'll run out of money because them beats be costing. I don't know, but he ain't been on no fame. Damn, that's crazy, bro. He really about to spiral. Like, he's really, 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 really spiraling, y'all.
Playing at this point for, because again, if you are not doing all of this to try and have your music connect with the actual people, what are you even winning at this point? But of course for Drake, since this is all about pride and ego clearly, that does not matter, as just as we saw on this tour, this was all only ever a vehicle for him to try and gain and boost his perception and never actually give the fans decent shows, and because none of that has worked out. Of course, because Drake doesn't actually care about the art but only the optics, he has given up, and now as Drake is crashing out to new...
Look. Oh man, hold on. You don't care about the art, you care about the optics. You only care about drones and shit. That's what you care about. You care about somebody controlling the drones, and y'all remember he had Peter Pan, the floating balloon, and all of that stuff. That's all you care about is the optics, man. That's a bar. We gotta listen to that.
Perception and never actually give the fans decent shows, and because none of that has worked out. Of course, because Drake doesn't actually care about the art, but only the optics, he has given up. And now as Drake is crashing out to new levels, while he is running away from everything for now, I am sure the next time we see him, it's going to be an even further display of how Drake has ruined his entire rap legacy. And so now with all of that said, let me know. What do you think?
Yeah, now when it comes to Drake, what do y'all think, man? Why don't y'all think he made a video for that Triple S Songs for You? Yeah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. It is a wrap. This dude is spiraling, and he's trying to bring now Tory Lanez about to go down with him. Tory Lanez already down, and he about to go down twice. You understand? Yeah, this is a wrap, bro. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Big Kish signing out. I'm going, y'all.